Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of RISE Ruang where we talk about culture, creativity and community. My name is Christine and today we have a very seasoned and special guest in real estate with us. Her name is none other than Anita. Anita, I want to say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm Anita Sharma, and I've been with Reapfield. I think I could safely say for 18 years now.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Anita, I'm really glad to have you here because I think that your journey in real estate reflects something that a lot of people are searching for in this industry. In that sense, that it's not just about success, but it's also about sustainability, it's about relationships and purpose. I think you've been in the real estate for more than 18 years, am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
And even today, you're still consistently producing and you're still consistently building relationships, yeah, generating leads through things like Facebook communities, serving clients deeply, and you're also actively giving back to society as well. And I think what's beautiful about your journey is that it reminds us all that success in real estate isn't just about the transaction. It's about trust, it's about consistency, it's about community and people. So today, I just want us to have a relaxed and honest conversation about your journey. What has kept you going all these years, and how Facebook community has shaped your business, and also how giving back has also really shaped your outlook on life. But let's start from the beginning because it's 18 years, right, of experience, right? So let's just start from the beginning. How did you first get into real estate?
Well, I would safely say that I was, before the real estate, banking was where I was. It was the first job I ever had after education.
Mm.
So when I joined the bank, I was with Arab Nation Merchant Bank first, and then I transferred to Arab Nation Finance. So in total, I have had 15 years of experience in the banking industry.
Wow.
So when I was in the finance and when the banks were very busy merging with one another to, make fewer banks available. So that's when Arab Nation Finance actually went into merging with the MBF Finance at the time. And it was actually a very difficult decision at that time for me because with so many years being in the banking industry, one, I felt like I never really had a chance to try anything else. So it was getting a little bit boring for me.
Wow.
But just from the point of the transactions
Right.
and that there's the same thing that I do throughout the 15 years. But the beauty of meeting people, I think that was the only thing that was keeping me going.
Right.
Yeah. So when I was in merchant bank, I was dealing with mainly people because we were in HQ.
Okay.
I was in the share margin financing department. So I started my journey in the work world in the share finance, in the share market. So basically it was a very big platform at that time and it was not scriptless. We had a lot of things going. And I would safely say I never went home when the sun is out. It's basically going so early in the morning when the sun is not out and coming home when it is very late. So it went on for a few years until my parents said that, we cannot keep going on like this. I guess they were worried that I'll never get married. So that's when I got myself transferred to Arab Nation Finance. And that's where I think the real journey began for me because that's where I met a lot of people. I actually went for 2 months training in Arab Nation Finance in Bangsa Baru branch.
Okay.
Supposed to be 2 months where I'm supposed to learn what finance entails and stuff like that. But I think they just loved me there at that point, seeing that I connected with the Bangsa clients so well that they extended, they made me permanent and made me stay there for another 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
So that's where it all began, that the people that I met, the connections that I made. So, and then after that, I transferred to other branch until when the banks were merging, then I had an option because one, I was offered to head one of the MBF finance branches that will be Arab Malaysia Finance.
Right.
I was supposed to become a manager there. So that option was given to me, but I decided to take the VSS. I wanted to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is when I took a year's break, and then my sister-in-law joined the real estate 6 months before that, and that's when I decided, okay, I think this is what I want to do, and then I got into it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I will not tell you my age, but a lot of the names of the banks that you mentioned just now, I'm like, I don't even know
Okay, yeah,
who they are.
yeah.
Because it's like definitely like way before I was born, you know.
But just for your information, Arab Malaysian Finance or Merchant Bank, they are known as M-Bank today.
Okay, yes. I figured as much. Yeah. So, all right. So I think it is also because of perhaps the area that you were in and where you were working in when you got into real estate. Am I right to say that was why it was natural for you to then just start in the Bangsa area?
Yeah, because firstly, I worked in Bangsa, and then secondly, my in-laws are in Bangsa. So, okay, some connection is there. And then, of course, I'm a PJ girl. I grew up, I was born there, grew up there, schooled in PJ. So, PJ is like right at the back of my palm.
Yeah.
So, I basically know all the lorongs in PJ. I can't go wrong with that. So, yeah, but I'm really, really very passionate about PJ more than anywhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. 18 years is definitely not a short journey in this industry lah. Okay. And you know, like just looking back over the past 18 years, I think you were telling me just now, you were just reminiscing some of the things that has happened, right? At the very beginning. What do you think helped you to stay consistent and also sustainable in this business, that you can tell people, hey guys, I've been in the business for 18 years?
Yeah. I mean, firstly, I think again is the thing about me being a people's person, because I think real estate is all to do with people.
Definitely.
No doubt it's the properties that we are dealing with, but I think the connection is mainly to do with people. And whether, when we talk about people, is basically playing with emotions. And I believe during my journey, I saw all kind of agents that came and went. And I hear from my clients their experience with a lot of agents. What I actually got from them is they feel that I was a little bit different. They felt that I connected with them better. I understood them better. I actually went through the journey with them. I advise them when I feel it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
So that little things that I did, I basically feel that was the main ingredient to why I feel real estate is what I should be doing still, because I feel properties, they're nice to work with. But when people, I think that is where we need to build, and building trust takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And 18 years, I would say I'm still learning. There is no such thing as being in the industry for 18 years means you know it all. I don't believe in that at all.
Yep.
Today, I'm still learning. I want to be relevant. So when I put myself out there, I ask myself, what is it that I can do out there that is different? Every agent, you see, more and more I see there's just so many people out there. There's just so many agents, and they're young. They're full of life. They have the energy, which maybe I don't have. But what I need to do is to make myself relevant in the current time. So sometimes people say, oh, you go so much on social media and all that. But probably think that, how did she manage to do it? Because it's more like a young people's thing. But I don't believe in that. I think there's no age cap to it.
Yeah, totally agree, Anita. And I think that was something that also really stood out about you is our observation is how you were quite intentional in building brand presence through social media, and particularly through actually being quite consistent in communities online, like Facebook communities, like going into PJ communities group or Bangsa communities group and just posting, irregardless of anybody who gives you a like, engages with you, or actually speak to you. I think what I saw was really just the consistency of just doing it, right? And just being there, making yourself known there. So from that aspect, what made you realize there was an opportunity in those spaces?
Okay.
Like, why Facebook communities?
So, like what you said, it was true. When I started putting myself out in Facebook, in groups, in communities, and even posting on my own pages,
Yeah.
actually, it came down to like I've posted so many things, but I hardly got a like. I hardly got comments. In the beginning, I used to think that way, like something is not right, or maybe people don't like what I'm posting. But more and more, I said, it's okay. Maybe they are not the people who I can call them clients right now.
Right.
Maybe we don't have that connection right now. But it's okay. I said, just keep going. So I just tell myself to keep going, lah, just with thick skin and keep putting out my properties.
Right. Yeah.
And then that is where suddenly I saw a lot of people started interacting. They may not interact in the feed, but they actually message me directly.
Okay.
Yeah,
DM
because
you,
I
private
because I always
message
put
you.
my link to my WhatsApp there.
Right.
And basically that is where I feel that the connection started growing, because
Right.
that's where the clients and houses and properties all started coming in and inquiries. Yeah.
Right. So from there, definitely, am I right to say that you had meaningful leads and also relationships that came through these communities, which translated to perhaps maybe even a listing that you got or a buyer of a certain property?
That's
Am
right.
I right to say
Yes,
that?
I believe that is when I started seeing business actually coming in.
Mm.
But I felt like this was all because of the consistent postings that was done. Because I think if I only put out 2-3 postings and I didn't get any responses, I might have just stopped there. But because I told myself it's okay, just keep doing, so that I just put anything out, you never know. Something might just work out.
Yeah.
And then slowly, when I started seeing people, a lot of real estate questions on groups and communities, where sometimes they say, looking for PJ agent, want to do this and that, and it is a joy to actually see people thanking you. And these people, I don't even know them.
Right.
So basically, they've been following. They may not give you a like, but they know you are present there.
Definitely.
I think that's where I started seeing that it worked. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think because you were consistent, I think that naturally connects to also another area people would often associate you with, which is the trust and service. I think when you are consistent, then people can see that consistency, observe that consistency, and I think what goes through their mind is, hey, if that person is consistent, perhaps this is also someone that I can trust in her deliverables and in the way she, could possibly serve me, right? So a lot of your business also comes from referrals and repeated trust. I'm quite sure of it, and I think you have told me before as well.
Yeah.
What does good service actually mean to you personally?
At the end of the day, I just want to put out one thing. I realize over time, it's not all about transactions. You see, at the end of the day, it is a trust that we build for our branding, for our service.
Yeah.
Over the years now, I can safely say that I hardly go out looking for a client. I get listings because people I know recommend people who wants to sell.
You,
Yeah,
friend of a
and
friend.
yes,
Yeah.
and I would say 80% of my listings or 80% of my business is all mostly working for sellers. I'm not really a buyer
Buyers.
or tenant agent.
Yeah.
And I'm okay and I'm comfortable with that, because I want to just focus on the property and the owner.
Absolutely.
Because when I put myself in the reverse as a agent for the buyer, I don't really feel that I'm strong in that, because I might just go around showing 20 houses and I may not even get anything done. So I feel that so much of effort put in and I did get a result out of it.
Yep.
So I think basically that's where I made my decision that I'll be more of a seller's agent. And my focus there is to build the trust. And I don't think it is something I need to put effort, because I think what I'm already doing is building the trust.
Right.
Yeah, just sharing, just being very authentic and just going a little bit out of my way. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just being consistent in
Yes.
your natural to do and what you've always been doing.
And I think it's very important to just keep connected to your clients. So if I'm selling somebody's property, I just make sure that he hears from me often enough. Before he asks me, he already know that he'll be hearing from me. So I think that is the main ingredient to building this trust thing.
Yeah. And I see that this connectedness and connection thing, I think is important to you, because I think what you have also been saying, through all that you have shared, is that people will remember how you make them feel.
Yeah.
Not just the transaction in itself.
Correct.
And I think that's what you have been trying to achieve as well. That at the end of the day, after every single transaction, you want them to feel that, you know, good about that whole experience in itself, right? So that's very that's very great. I mean, I think that's not something a lot of salespeople have in their mind, because most of them, they are just looking at how can I just close this next transaction?
That's right.
How can I just earn this money from, you know, the next owner or the next opportunity that I see. One thing that I've also observed of you is that aside from work, you also do, you know, you're pretty involved in other things. You basically have a life outside of work, right? Okay, when I say have a life, I don't mean like party, but have a life as in like you are doing something purposeful and meaningful as well.
Who said I don't party?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she does. I'm not sure. You can tell me later,
No,
right? It's a
okay.
secret. So you're involved with KW Malaysia Cares. It's a non-profit organization that we have that is really for the agents, right? It was started off by the agents, and it is for the agents to help the agents that are in need. But aside from that, you also volunteer through your temple association, and you mentioned Rotary Club as well. So, you know, just on the basis of this and all your involvements aside from work, right? Like, why is contributing back to society and to the community an important aspect of your life? Like, why do you give your time for that?
Okay, firstly, I must say that I even got into all this is through a client, an owner, a very a good owner who really took care of my interests, invited me to come for something that she is heading.
Right.
And I just went like, you know, okay, just to just go and see what is it all about. And next thing I know, I was part of that team. So I was in the women's wing in Pure Life Society for some time. And I'm still a member there in the committee. And then I am also secretary in my temple. So basically in temple, and I'm holding a secretary position means that you have to take care of overall everything. And it's a big shoe to fill. But what satisfies me is actually being able to pay back the society in doing things that a lot of people cannot do. Like, I give you an example, like the temple. The temple had, they have people in the management who are a little bit old. They may not know how to do a lot of things.
I see.
And then I started going, and then I started being part of whatever that was happening.
Right.
And then I saw a lot of things that I can do, you know. So I started a social media thing for the temple, and that's where it grew from small group of people coming to the temple. It has become more people. I mean, it's just part of the contributing factors. And at the end of the day, you just feel so satisfied that you are able to grow other things other than your work. And in that way, everything is done just out of volunteer basis.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it is very satisfying because at the end of the day, a lot of people out there is to benefit from it. Yeah, so it's just about
awesome.
doing a lot of other things other than work. But again, it is all related to people.
Yeah.
So it's back
can
to
see
square
that.
one.
Yeah,
You know, you're relating to people and getting things done.
I can see that, and I also think that sometimes serving others gives us all a very different perspective beyond just business.
That's right.
Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so just as a final question for us all, right? What advice would you give to agents who are trying to build a long-term and meaningful career?
Okay. So for me, the main thing is I think you will really need patience. Because patience is the main ingredient. Because if you don't see yourself, it might be a phase where you may not earn anything for 6 months. But the thing is, you get it right, you win patience, it will turn around. Because I have gone through it myself. So I think the main ingredient is patience. I think the other thing is about building the relationships, building trust, and keep doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
Focus is very important. Take the job as a 9 to 5. Just don't do it as and when you wish because it's not easy.
Yeah.
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 So I think, and it's very important to have your mindset on your goals. You know, to see what
The
the end
clarity
result
lah.
is, and the clarity. Yeah.
All right.
And very important is try to create your own brand out there. I think that's very, very important.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's necessary to have clarity in your goals, number one. Try to put yourself out there to create your own branding. To know that at the end of the day, patience is needed in order for you to really sustain 18 years or even more. Hopefully
Yeah.
more to come in the business. And at the end of the day, it's just a great reminder that this real estate business that we're in, it is actually a people's business, right? I mean, skills matter, marketing matters, but I think what Anita you have shown through the way you work and the way you serve your clients is that trust, consistency, relationships, and just the genuineness of wanting to do a good job for the people still matter deeply lah, right?
That's right.
And even after more than 18 years in the industry, there's still like a groundedness and sincerity in the way you approach business and life as well. It really reflects someone who understands that success at the end of the day is really bigger than just the transactions and numbers, and I feel that that's very beautiful. So thank you again for sharing so openly and so honestly with us today. And to everyone who has been tuning in and watching, thank you for spending your time with us on another episode of RISE Ruang.
Thank you.